Every person on the planet is going to receive 1000 of something. You get to choose what that something is. What do you choose and why? Please consider subscribing if you enjoy the video. 2 words. Consecutive orgasms. Most people would be dead after 50, but a happy death nonetheless. Population enhancement. Only the strong can survive. I am strong, and desensitized. Death by snoo. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised. Bees. 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 Grams of antimatter. It'd be the greatest fireworks show in history. And the final fireworks show in history. Might as well go out with a bang. That will be enjoyed for all of 0.2 seconds. 1000 IQ so I can be a big brain. Everyone would get that too, so you'd still be average. However, technological advancement suddenly takes a leap so huge we will probably end ourselves with our genius. Unless through the same immense increase in IQ we also advance society in a massive leap. Hey, we could call it the Great Leap Forward or some other dumb shit. Checks $4 made payable to me. LMAO, now you are a trillionaire ghost. Congratulations, you now have $7.8 trillion. Dice. 1000 assorted plastic dice. Some would have pips, some would have numbers. They would be all sorts of colors and the pips. Numbers would have various colors too. Some would be transparent while others would not. They would have different numbers of sides too. Some would have the regular 6 sides. Some would have 4, 8, 10, 12 or 20. Everyone would get 1000 dice, but no person would get any 2 identical dice. I love dice. Laura Bailey? Who? A voice actor that plays in the famous D&D group Critical Role. She's known to have way more dice than she needs for the game. I've decided I like her. She has at least 2 purse-sized dice bags that are totally full. That's just what we've seen. People. 7 billion people are going to receive 1000 people. Let's see what happens. Do those 1000 people then each get 1000 people of their own? Nah, the new people couldn't be targets of the spell. This guy knows how the stack works in MTG. What if the entire system whacks out and recognizes these trillions of humans that were just created as humans that hadn't got the humans yet, and life as we know it gets fricked over? Call a judge. Wishes. I wish no one has wishes anymore. Before you made this wish, I wished that no one can wish for no wishes. Before that with I wished no one can wish that no one can wish for no wishes. Because light travels at a finite speed, and light is the fastest thing. Some people will have got these wishes sooner than others. I got my wishes before you and wished that no one can wish that no one can wish that no one can wish for no wishes. Checkmate. Nope. Because I wished to be the very first wisher and wished that everyone else who wished wishes become null and void. Counter checkmate. 1001 pound gold bars. Let's see the world's economy deal with that. Calm down Mansa. Mansa Musa did gloriously lower the price of gold once. Our man here seeks to destroy the price of gold. If everyone has gold bars it'll just lose money to revalue. That's why you gotta sell them as fast as possible before everyone else. But who would buy 1000 gold bars if they have 1000 gold bars? Cheeseburger. Randy Bobandy would have a heyday. A man's gotta eat. Mr. Leahy. Ripley he. 1000 days of true happiness. Hopefully that would change the bad people, help the good people, and already happy people wouldn't suffer any ill will. Imagine the come down. Breaking. World suicide rate reaches 100%. In other news suicide drops to 0%. Why not months, years or lifetimes? I think as a species we still need sadness to help prompt us to develop empathy, regret, forgiveness, etc. Maybe with a taste of happiness we could progress? Heck, I don't know. I'm definitely not a philosopher. Paper cranes. Then we all get a real unrestricted wish. More wishes obviously. You have to make them yourself or it doesn't work. Then everyone gets 2 reams of paper instead. And some tiny band-aids for the paper cuts. Nutritious meals. Everyone will get 1000 duck. So I'll say look at all those chickens. 1000 barrels of printer ink. I'm rich babe. Yeah, but so is everyone else, reducing the price of printer ink significantly and making you look like you kinda wasted your power here. Free ink for everyone and ink prices crashing sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. Star destroyers with full crew. It appears you have laid the foundations for 7-8 billion new spacefaring military factions, all appearing at once nearby our solar system, many of which will probably ally. Everyone sets out to the stars. Suddenly humans appear on the galactic field in mass. Shit's about to get messy. 1000 minutes of having to listen to experts refute their most strongly held, but ignorant beliefs. 1000 minutes with their deceased loved ones. Don't ask why not more or less. I think 1000 seconds is too less of a time span. 1000 hours would be too much, because you will basically have to grieve again. And 1000 months, years would basically make everyone invincible until the time has passed. Instructions unclear. Every person gets 1000 ancestor zombies. Do the deceased loved ones come back to life? Or are you doing 1000 minutes of coffin torture? This is important information. I think this is the best comment on here. Thank you for your empathy, and if it's the case, I'm sorry for your loss. Red heart. Hugs. Green heart. From 10,000 lightning bugs. As they try to teach me how to dance. A foxtrot above my head. A sock hop beneath my bed. A disco ball is just hanging by a thread. Thread. 1000 leg hairs. Let's see how the world likes those odds. Wish granted. Legs are now very slightly hairier. Hardly anybody notices. 1000 bars of chocolate. Because everybody loves chocolate. And those who don't can donate to me. 1000 seeds of your choice. Mass farming. And forest growing. Grenades. Let's just see what happens next. Boobs. Like, on themselves? Or is it 1000 pairs of disembodied tits? Disembodied. Just boobs everywhere. So many boobs. Put them on the wall like a 3D wallpaper made of BOOBS. 1000 fricks to give. Free choice on what? I give 1000 fricks to that guy's wife. $100 bills. Let's hyperinflate the dollar so my student loans can get paid off easy peasy. Don't worry, the Federal Reserve is on it already. Yay. Wait, my income is staying the same. Oh no. Pallets. Lots of pallets. Liters of potable water. Less than 1% of Earth's water is safe and available to drink and we dumb cunts keep polluting it. Why stop at liters? Let's make it gallons. Why stop at gallons? Let's make it cubic meters. Why stop at cubic meters? Let's make it cubic miles. Wait, shit. Earth is now circa 30 times the volume it was. Yours only made it 7.5 times as big. Why stop at cubic miles? Let's make it cubic light years. 7 trillion cubic light years seems a bit extreme. Bitcoin. Because this is more than all the possible Bitcoin in the world. You have therefore created a paradox, which is infinitely more interesting than Bitcoin. You could always load up a wallet with 1000 Bitcoin and then give everyone on Earth a copy of the private key. In this way you give everyone 1000 Bitcoin until the first person claims it all by transferring to a secure private wallet. Paradox solved. I am Satoshi. Trees. More oxygen. Antibodies to COVID-19. Rice. Rice is great if you're really hungry and want to eat. Like 1000 of something. Like 1000 grains of rice. Don't be stingy, make it 1000 bags of rice. 1000 ships full of rice. 1000 aircraft hangars full of rice. Ships are still bigger. Big aircraft hangars then. 1000 barrels of horse shit. Fun fact. After you scoop out the shit, you're left with 1000 perfectly good barrels. And if they are wooden barrels you could use them for making wine or whiskey afterwards. This wine tastes like shit. 1,000 extra days past the day you're supposed to die, and you're aware of it so you can try and do all the things you never did. Now, would this be extra days to your lifespan, or a Minecraft totem of undying sort of thing? Because what if I get stabbed to death? Will I have 1k more days? 1,000 years. Let's see them pollute and destroy the earth when they now have to live with the consequences. You will also have to live with those consequences. I will most likely have to live with the consequences regardless. Camel Cash. 1,000 magic beans that allow you to do something for someone else. For example, you could use a bean to fix a flat tire on someone's car, or use one to mow an elderly person's yard, or to provide a meal and clothes to a homeless person. 1,000 gifts of kindness for others. Wishes. All wishes are final. In order to take effect, all wishes must be notarized and bear signatures of consent from all individuals directly affected, as well as the signatures of 2 adult witnesses with no vested interest in the effects of said wish. Dollars worth of essential items. The dial test of the does. Units of empathy. I think most ills of the world are borne out by people not knowing, or caring, that other people also exist. Yeah, they see other people, but I don't think that they fully appreciate that they are unique, actual people, and not obstacles to overcome, or resources to exploit for personal gain. In the year 2020, humanity was gifted with a strange new ability to measure empathy. Within a decade, powerful corporations and new unions consolidated these units into specially trained operators known as empaths, whose abilities to wield empathy led to emotional control over most of the world population. Now a secret war is waged between the companies looking to control each other and the populace at large, and the resistance cultivating their own new emotional weapons. Meanwhile, at a private school for potential empaths, someone is hacking the teachers' network, stealing personal information on hundreds of former students, but all Shinji really wants is to become captain of the mecha badminton team and get his best friend's sister off his back. Get in the robot, Shinji.